The versicolor painted portrait of life has many living colors and moving patterns. Yet, this is not all. There is another view too. Thar, one of the most ancient deserts of the world, belonging to 4,006 million years of the Metamorphic Age. Thar is the part of desert shared by Pakistan and India through an international border extending to more than 400 miles of sand dunes. Falling in the southeastern part of Sindh province, it covers an area of 0.2 million square kilometers. Tharparkar is the biggest district of Sindh province. The word Tharparkar is composed of two words, Thar and Parkar. Thar means unfertile land and Parkar means across the unfertile land. The hilly region of Nagar Parkar is situated in the east, where Karunjhar hills are rich in china clay and many more important minerals. In the valley at the bottom of the hills, there is a small town known as Nagar Parkar. In the west, lush green fields are spread over along the bank of River Indus. Mirpur Khas is the main city and the district headquarters of Thar. Kunri and its suburbs are one of the major trade centers for chilies in the world. In between east and west, there is nothing but sand and thirst. Though 80% of Thar area is desert, but its soil has a unique sensitive character. It responds to rain with a smile. When it rains, the desert blooms with vegetation. Almost every inch of sand is covered with greenery. Therefore, eyes always chase clouds in the sky with the hope to see dark, thick, and dense ones, an awaited blessing. Beyond the roads, the trackless desert does not permit ordinary vehicular traffic. The only mean of transport is that of worn-out half-a-century-old trucks, locally called as kekra, which means crab. To Tharis, where there's nothing, there is always a camel, an inevitable need. Camel riders have their own traditional protocol and decorum codes. Wives are seated at the back, while sisters and mothers sit in the front seat on a camel's back. History of Thar is scattered like its sand. The old days were ruled by many rulers, including Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, and Jain rulers. Thar population is mostly based on Hindus and Muslims, but Muslims are in majority. The inhabitants of Thar are called Tharis. They belong to various tribes. Most of the tribes are identified by their profession and inherited craft. Thari is always content with what he gets. Perhaps he does not have much choices to eat and wear. Dresses are worn once and for all. Sometimes a dress withers like an autumn leaf. It is never taken off. Barter system for exchanging commodities is still witnessed in many areas. Thari women wear a peculiar kind of bangles called bayu, which identify them as married or unmarried. Bayu worn up to shoulders denote a lady married, while unmarried girls wear these up to their elbows. At the age of 10 to 12 years, girls get married, and this is another significant feature of desert where maturity is attained at an early age. Perhaps they are prepared to face the hardships and to share the responsibilities as early as possible. Then there emerges the wish for home, sweet home. Tharis build typical houses called chora, resembling gram in shape. Walls and floors are made up of clay and hay, while roofs are built with branches, dried leaves, hay and straws. These houses are conditioned, hot in winters and cold in summers. The architecture has a peculiar quality to resist winds, storms and rains. Thari's only precious belonging is cattle, the only mean to earn their living. Hair and wool obtained from cattle are the basic raw materials for home industries in Thar. Dairy is the traditional way of spinning yarn from cattle hair. Khar is the rug made up of hair yarn. Blankets and shawls known as khatto are also knitted with this yarn. Shawls worn by men and women are called loi. Carpets made here are unmatched and unprecedented. Colorful dresses in the colorless desert is a viewing pleasure to feel. Thari women veil their faces and cover their bodies in a traditional fashion. They try to remain loyal to their spouses, hidden and wrapped in clothes. Like most of the Pakistani women, Thari women share greater part of labor as compared to that borne by men. Thari women make creative contributions in the art of embroidery. They do it in their leisure time. The pieces of artwork speak of their spruced nature and aesthetic sense. Thar is not an illusion, it is a fact. Its sand has paved the way to success for many great rulers and freedom fighters. Prehistoric finds have also been found in Thar. During ancient times, it was the center of Hakro civilization. Traces of the Rauri age have also been discovered, which seem peeping into the golden past. From Noto, a place near Kundri, a seal similar to those found at Mohenjo-daro has also been discovered. Remains of a very old civilization have also been unearthed near Mirpur Khas. It is known as Kahu-Jodaro. Parinagar was an international seaport 2000 years ago. Once there was a big ocean, but now sand rules everywhere. Remains of Jain age can still be seen and felt. In Virava, a beautiful temple of Jain civilization, is a remarkable monument of the golden era. Jain temple of Nagar Parkar also tells the story of its age. About 14 miles away from Virava, there is a temple called Gorika Mandir, temple of a beautiful maid. This monument is related to Jain and is said to be built in the year 1376. Near Nagar Parkar, at a distance of 4 miles at Bodhisar, there is an historical mosque. Many forts were built amid desert and fertile regions. Mir Murad Ali Khan, a Talpur ruler, built the fort of Naukote in 1814. Umarkot is the historical city where the great Mughal Emperor Akbar was born in 1542. Another historical fort is also found in the town, which is said to have been built by Umar Sumru bin Dodo, a character of an immortal love story, Umar Marvi. Shah Abdul Latif Bhatai, the great saint and poet of Sindh, has written the folk tale in Sur Marvi. Indeed, he made the story to be told, sung and remembered forever. Shah Latif has referred Marvi's native place, Bhalwa, as Malir, which means land of green fields. The tale of love starts with the rising wish in Omar's heart to win beautiful Marvi. When he reached her village, Marvi was fetching water. Omar kidnapped her and took her to his fort. He detained her in the hope of convincing her to marry him, but he could never win her. Marvi's love for her place Malir grew stronger and stronger day by day. She could not reconcile with the kingly living in Omar's fort. At last Marvi won, and Omar had to let her go free. Today, the folk singers of Sindh very successfully communicate Marvi's sentiments and love for her land. Living beings are a symbol of life in desert. Colorful appearances of peacock are seen quite often. This bird is a deadly enemy of snakes. In summers, snakes are found in abundance. Pier is a dangerous snake. People of the area believe that this kind of snake transmits poison into a sleeping human being through respiration, and the poor victim becomes lifeless in moments. Inhabitants of desert take protective measures against the nightmare of Pier. They eat and hang onions and garlic down their beds. The odor of onion and garlic keeps this kind of snakes away. Lundi is another fatal kind of snake. It waits for its prey on walkways and never spares the passerby. Snake bite cases are treated here in a traditional way. The curer or the doctor is called Popa, and his assistant, the musical instrument player, is called Paudio. Popa sucks poison from the bite on patient's body, while Paudio sings spells of cure with musical rhythms. For hunting animals, Tharis use katar, a weapon which resembles an old Australian weapon called boomerang. Sand of Thar is said to be the footcuffs of thieves. Special detectives in the area are experts who follow footprints and catch hold of thieves very effectively. They are known as peri.
बाबा ये पानी किथे मिलंदो काटियो घणो परते आहे
ये त बी है
केड़े पासे आहे
इन पासे
हां
Life in Thar revolves around water. Search for water begins with the rising sun. People travel miles together to fetch water from wells. Pulling water from wells with the help of camels is a primitive mechanism. Camels are suitably trained to pull water from wells. Scarcity has made water a commodity. There are water markets where water is bought and sold. Water from many wells is tasteless and poisonous, but nothing doing. They drink it because they have no choice. Many seasons go by without rains, and almost one generation grows young without seeing rains. Wells, tanks, and ponds dry up. Hunger haunts around. Then Tharis set off to discover a new world, the world of water, the start of the nomadic life. Caravans go on traveling in search of water, and when they find water, they camp down. Then there are the long-awaited moments of pleasure and happiness.
Third, where life is a challenge, where thirst threats life, where the worst has not been avoided.
Villages are shrinking and cities are expanding the world over. Luxuries of urban life imprison human beings to live with. But Tharis like Marvi, with convincing determination, want to go back to their own sand and sun. They love their soil, culture and freedom, and are ready to pay its price. Thari's sufferings, misery and agony is deeply felt by his heart, but the hard-skinned Thari's face stands stern with a devoted determination to survive. He does not feel sorry for himself, but he looks forward to future. The generation to come is his concern. He is waiting for the day when clouds of misery and agony will disappear, when sky will sprinkle happiness, when it rains, when his dream comes true.